female dogs at $400 if the ratepayer picks up that
No,
cost.
I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm saying it's no cost to the council whatsoever.
So we just make a policy that if you
You
want,
just make the policy.
make the policy that if you want this nice little dog,
You have a D6. You don't
Mr.
have
Hobbs
it.
picked up your dog from, and from the pound, and therefore if he wanted that dog, it had to be D6, he had to pay for it to pick it up.
That's right. That's right. Ideally, Neil, there is a rescue group in Tokoroa as well that is releasing dogs that aren't deceased to anybody. Unfortunately, this rescue group made a mistake of placing one next door to me. So I know that it's being done.
So that's a separate group.
It's a separate
And
group.
they got that dog from our town.
No, they got the dog from a rescue group in here in Tokoroa.
That becomes hard for us to control.
It does become hard, yes, and I'm not quite sure I'm working on that one.
I know, Commissioner. All right, questions please to, in which that we will, we have some money into our budget in terms of de-sexing. You were talking only dogs. What about do you have the same sort of policy that if we generally in terms of cats, what is although we
we have huge de-sexing programs going on here, Neil, all the time. At the present time, we're running one at Tokoroa Vets, one at South Waikato Vets, one at Vet Focus in Bataru, and all it costs is $30 in the community services card.
So your $350,000 that you predominantly goes into this de-sexing.
De-sexing, yes.
Across that, because you are in South Waikato and Thames and
we go down as far as Tamarunui, and we do the odd one in Hamilton as well. That's why I work 70 hours a week.
I'd just like to make a comment. I'm very impressed by this.
You may call me Mia, yes please. My mother calls me Margaret.
I'm astounded. I know the figures that you've given about the potential for a female to have puppies. That would be an extreme. I suppose a female dog would get in a pup twice a year and have 20 pups a year. That's probably much more than exceptions than the rule. But those figures are quite mind-boggling. And I think that when we come to deliberate this later on, we'll hopefully be able to find some conclusion.
I think what worries me, and as I have spoken to councillors and they have said yes, they'll get back to me and don't. I think what worries me is the fact that we're all volunteers, so we give our time for nothing, and the council is compounding our problem. Where did you get your dog from? I've got 10 puppies. I don't know what to do with them. Where did you get your dog from? The pound. We need to block that gap.
Any other questions for me? Thank you. We will continue. I'm glad that, in terms of policy, and that...
Neil, any time, you know that. I mean, this is something I am very passionate about.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
How much money have we put aside?
Sorry?
How much money did we put aside?
1,500 in the current budget.
So just recognise as we think about that, we come to deliberate on
It
what...
supports about 14 dogs.
Yeah. All right, we have 15 minutes before Mr. Stevenson comes in. Mr. Stevenson is on condition 140. And Mr. has walked straight in right now. And we shall welcome Mr. Gordon Stevenson. Instead of sitting over there, you can continue to walk straight on up, sir. We've kept a special early. You're early, we're early, and we would love it. So knowing you just might take a little bit extra time. Welcome, Dr. Stevenson. And as we introduce you to all our councillors and recognise that you are, I guess, our environmental guru. And
there's enough of that, shall I?
And I I think for the last 10 years I've welcomed your submission every year. Sir.
So, on my high horse again. Biodiversity. I've made some explanation of what it's all about in my paper, so I don't want to repeat it all. I just want to say it is something of importance to us, to New Zealand and to the world. We all tend to say, oh, the little bit we can do won't make any difference. That is the route to ruin. We all have to play our part, even down to our own gardens. Biodiversity is important. As I say in my paper, our very existence on Earth depends on other forms of life. It's a hell of a complicated subject, and we don't know how it works, but we do know it does work. And it means because everything is interconnected, how can you ever say esoteric here, I'm sorry, because everything is interconnected, we never know what the loss of one species actually means. It is not good enough to have our biodiversity isolated in little pockets around the country. It needs to be across the landscape. Now, I submitted on this 3 years, and you accepted my arguments. And you said, yes, we should do something about it. But I think you were completely foxed as to what to do about it. But there's a new movement, just, actually it's not new, it was originated in Australia, dare we say, 30 years ago, about the same time that New Zealand started the Q2 National Trust. They didn't go that way, and they went to what you might call a B grade Q2 Trust, in that it wasn't anything into legally or permanently. Theirs was just the advocation of biodiversity. They called it, what did they call it? Land for Wildlife. And they provided a service going to farms and saying what that farm or landscape could do about enhancing the wildlife on their land. It was very successful, as has been our QE2 in a different way. So successful that Forest and Birds sent Al Fleming over there to have a look to see how it works. He's come back full of enthusiasm, started it up in the Kaimai Marmaku area, and is the obvious person for you to invite to come and address council to see how it works. I can't tell you because I don't know in detail. I only know my sister in Australia has a small block of land outside of Melbourne, so just outside Melbourne, 2.5 hours drive away, involved in it, and she is most impressed with how it works. So I do suggest and recommend that you do that, and I wish you the best of luck. I'm asking you to continue support for Barnet Reserve. You have supported it since it began. It's coming along very well. But last year, at the meeting we had, at which your council staff was present, yes, it was agreed that certain actions need to be taken. One, there needed to be better road signs. People don't know how to find it. They don't know it's there. You go past the White Owl walkway and you count 50 cars there at times. That is brilliant sign. It was agreed exactly what the signs should be and where they should go, and we thought thought